Now, the CDC announced a new targeted eviction moratorium just days after progressive Democratic leaders slept outside the Capitol building in protest of that previous moratorium expiring on Sunday. That left an estimated 11 million people at risk of losing their homes. This new policy is set to be in place until October 3rd. NBC News Capitol Hill correspondent Leigh Caldwell joins us now for more. Leigh, good morning. So this moratorium, though, does not look like the one that just expired. I specifically mentioned targeted. What are some of the terms outlined by the CDC? What's it look like this time around?
That's right, Savannah. It is targeted. It is not a blanket extension of this eviction moratorium. So it is focused specifically on the areas of the country that are impacted by high infection rates from the Delta variant. Now, the CDC, though, says that it will impact 90% of renters. So they are confident that it will help a lot of people. And it is extended until October 3rd. And they're saying that this is because there's a public health crisis. And it also gives the Treasury Department and states and localities more time to get out that backlogged money that has already been allocated to help landlords and these renters, Savannah.
And Leon, Congresswoman Cori Bush led the charge on the Hill to reinstate the moratorium. She's experienced homelessness herself in her life. She's the one who began that protest sleeping outside the Capitol. First, let's take a listen to her response to this new targeted plan.
Hopeful that it is what will help 11 million people stay in their homes, 6 million families to be secure in housing. And let me say, activists are in Congress. So let's be clear. Activists are in Congress. So expect for things to be different than what maybe people are used to.
So, Leon, this took some time to get to where it is. I mean, we even heard from President Biden saying he went to the Supreme Court. They explored all legal avenues to get this done. But then we hear her say their activists are in Congress. How was Representative Cori Bush able to influence her fellow Democrats behind closed doors? And then kind of walk us through how this ended up coming from the CDC.
Yeah, well, Savannah, this expired. The eviction moratorium expired Saturday night. Friday night, when Congress left town not doing anything, Representative Bush, she impromptu started a protest and decided that she wasn't going to leave the Capitol steps until something was changed. And she was doing that to say, look, there's going to be a lot of people who are sleeping outside. I am also going to sleep outside in solidarity. And she put a lot of pressure on not only the administration, but Speaker Pelosi. Over the last few days, Speaker Pelosi has sent out multiple press statements pressuring the White House. She has sent many letters to her colleague giving updates of where things stand. And so this was a very rare pressure campaign from a protester who is also a member of Congress that really influenced what happened here. And it does not happen very often, but it was one major success for Representative Bush.
Yeah, it certainly was. All right, Liam, before I let you go, we got to talk infrastructure. Of course, our favorite thing to ask for an update from you. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell is warning Majority Leader Chuck Schumer not to move this bipartisan bill too quickly. Explain that to us. What are Republicans concerned about?
That's right, Savannah. Republicans say that they would like time to offer amendments and debate this legislation. They note that there are 22 people, this is part of the bipartisan group, who wrote this legislation, who have only had a say, and they think that the rest of the Senate should have impact in what this legislation does. And so he is warning Leader Schumer not to cut off debate and move to a final vote. Leader Schumer is giving some more time. But I will say, Savannah, Democrats are getting extremely impatient because these amendments are not changing the legislation very much, mostly minor technical changes.
All right. Minor technical changes in those 2,700 something pages. Leigh Caldwell, thank you so much.
Yep.